Emma, come in. Sit down. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
Good.
And how are you?
Oh, me. I'm fine too. Thank you for asking. Thank you for asking. Emma. And how are things at work?
They're fine.
Tell me.
I'm settling in well. My sales figures started out average, but they've been steadily improving. So, yes, I think it's all going very well.
Good. In the office?
The office?
The office. You get along with everyone?
Oh, yes.
No problems? No arguments?
No.
Disagreements?
About what?
Anything.
Well, I suppose I've disagreed with some views, about sales, about our approach.
You have.
Oh, but it's part of my job. We all express our opinions.
And then you come to some kind of consensus.
Oh, yes.
And the work proceeds down the agreed route?
Yes.
You have disagreements with others in the office. But things are resolved amicably.
Oh, amicably. Yes.
Good. So you are all friends?
Well, I don't know if I would say that, but we all get along.
I see. Well, that all sounds fine. Emma,
Yes.
I want to remind you of something. This is the contract you signed when you joined the company.
Yeah.
I'm sorry?
Yes.
Yes. Did you read it before you signed it?
Yes.
Good. Take a look at page 3, will you? Paragraph 5.
All right.
Does it start no employee, officer, or director?
No employee, officer, or director. Yes.
Good. Could you read it for me, please? Could you read it out loud, please? So we can discuss it?
All right. No employee, officer, or director of the company shall engage with any other employee, officer, or director of the company in any relationship, activity, or act which is wholly, predominantly, or partly of a nature which could be characterized as sexual or romantic without notifying the company of said relationship, activity, or act.
Do you remember that paragraph?
Yes?
You read it?
I think I did.
Good. It exists to safeguard against unfair or discriminatory conduct, to ensure against favoritism.
Sorry, I don't quite understand.
I wanted to draw it to your attention,
Why?
in case you'd forgotten to read it.
Well, what made you think that I had?
We all miss parts of contracts sometimes.
Oh, so this is just normal practice. You remind everyone.
Ah. Everyone. No.
So why me then? Are you implying something?
No.
Are you implying that I'm having a sexual or romantic relationship with someone at the company?
No. Because if you were, you would tell me. Wouldn't you?
Yes.
Good.
Sorry, obviously I don't understand.
Oh, I think you do. You've read it over, out loud, we both heard you. So that's all right then. It's all very clear, isn't it?
Yes?
Good. Would you like to take this opportunity to talk to me about anything else?
No, thank you.
Good. Well, that's all then. Thank you.
Thank
And in the office? All still friends?
As I said before, I think I wouldn't call them all friends.
What would you call them?
Colleagues.
Co-workers.
Colleagues.
You merely have a working relationship with them.
Well, not all of them. Some I would call friends. Just not all.
You would describe the others as colleagues. They are all either friends or colleagues.
Yes, or both.
Or both. Yes, that is all as it should be.
All right.
Do you remember what we spoke about before?
Yes.
And do you have anything to tell me now?
About romantic relationships at work?
Yes.
No. I haven't had any. I would have told you.
All right.
I just don't understand what you've called me in here for.
Just a chat.
Okay.
Do you understand what we mean by romantic?
Yes.
You are aware of our definition.
You have your own definition?
The company, yes. Would you like to read it?
Do I need to?
Well, have you seen it before?
No.
Then maybe you should.
Would you like me to read this out loud too?
Why not?
In using the term romantic, the company defines romantic as the following: any gesture, indication, communication, verbal or otherwise, appearance, message, understanding, or organized meeting or event which is perpetrated with a view to advancing the relationship toward love. Yes?
Is that clear to you?
Perpetrated?
Yes.
It does not sound at all romantic to me.
Well, when you or I use the term romantic, we only mean a general idea. A feeling, a warmth maybe, a vague possibility. But the use of the term in the contract has legal implications in the event an incident is brought to our attention. So I'm sure you can agree it's important the word is carefully defined.
This is quite a broad definition.
No, it is precise. Perpetrated with a view to advancing the relationship toward love. Quite precise.
This could mean almost anything, though.
No. Say you were to put your hand on my arm. Would that be romantic?
Yes?
No. Because it is obvious and deliberate. It is out of context. You may put your hand on anyone for any number of reasons. That is not definitively romantic. That is not advancing the relationship toward love.
Okay.
But if we were out in the office with everyone else and I asked you if you would like a coffee from the machine.
And there are other people in the room.
Yes, lots. Everyone else.
But you ask just me if I want a coffee.
Yes.
I guess there wouldn't be any other way of reading that. So, yes, by your definition, that would be romantic.
Correct. Is that clear to you?
Pretty much.
We could go over it again.
No, that's fine. It's very clear.
All right. So, bearing all that in mind, is there anything you would like to tell me?
No.
All right.
Is that it?
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you. Emma, come in. Sit down. How are you?
Fine.
Good. Good.
Fine.
Good. and the office? You still have your friends and your colleagues?
My friends and my colleagues.
Yes?
My friends and my colleagues, yes.
Good. What I wanted to talk to you about is Darren Green.
Okay.
Do you know Darren?
Yes, he works in my office.
Would you say that by your definition, he is a colleague,
Yes.
but not a friend?
Look, I don't want to be rude.
Of course.
I don't want to be rude, but I don't have to tell you who my friends are, do I? I mean, there's nothing in my contract about that.
No. But I mean, no, you're quite right. Of course you don't have to tell me. I'm just making conversation.
I see.
That's fine.
So, what did you want to ask me about Darren?
Do you think you work well with him?
Yes.
You do?
Yes.
And there's nothing you want to tell me about Darren?
No.
I see. It's just that Darren has come to see me. And he has told me you went out for dinner.
Okay.
So would you like to tell me anything?
No.
Are you sure? Bearing in mind what Darren has said, bearing in mind what we discussed before.
I don't know why Darren has told you that we went out for dinner.
So are you saying you didn't go out for dinner?
No, I'm not saying that we didn't go out for dinner. I'm saying I don't know why he's told you that we went out for dinner.
He said he thought it was romantic.
Did he?
Yes.
Well, I didn't.
I see.
If I thought anything romantic had happened, I would have told you. As we discussed, as in my contract. But as far as I'm concerned, I've never done anything romantic with Darren Green.
I see.
I would tell you if anything were to happen.
Yes.
But it hasn't. Don't worry.
All right. Well, I will have Darren back in again. Tell him you didn't think it was romantic. See what he says. Maybe we can come to some consensus on this.
All right.
All right. Oh, and Emma,
Yes?
I'd appreciate if you didn't talk to Darren about any of this. We don't want to muddy the water.
Sorry, you don't want me to talk to him?
Not about any of this, no. I think that's best to keep it clear at this stage until it's all sorted out.
All right. So you're going to talk to him today?
Possibly. Thank you.
Thank you.
Emma, come in. Sit down. How are you?
I'm fine. Have you spoken with Darren?
Yes, I have. Unfortunately, he is convinced the dinner was romantic, and therefore should be telling me. He seems quite agitated about it. He's actually given me a few details to discuss with you.
Okay.
Apparently, there was a candle on the table.
Is that it?
No, that's not it. Emma, please, let me finish. He says there was a substantial amount of eye contact and that you, on a number of occasions, touched his arm. He goes on. Later in the evening after you had left the club and you were in the taxi, you put your hand on his inner thigh. When you got out, you kissed him goodbye on the cheek, and he did the same. Is this all true?
Look, I'm not saying that it is true or it isn't true, but the point is that I don't think any of that would necessarily be romantic.
You don't?
No. You know, according to your definition, it's quite possible that all of those actions could have been perpetrated, not for the purpose of achieving love in the relationship,
No?
but merely to attract the other person to have sex.
I see. But then that would be a sexual relationship.
No, I mean, nothing you described was technically a sexual act. Nothing in your description went that far.
I see. So you were saying these acts were done merely for the purpose of achieving sex. They were not done in any way out of love.
Well, they might have been, I don't know. I'm speaking hypothetically.
All right, I see. Well, thank you for your suggestions. I will put these to Darren, that all these acts that he had misconstrued as being to do with emotion or love, you were merely doing them to lure him into having sex. That there was in fact no love at any stage of the evening, no romance at all. I will put these to him. They may help to clarify for him. Thank you.
Sure.
And as before, I would appreciate if you didn't talk to Darren about this until it's resolved.
Is that it?
Yes, that's it.
Thank you.
Thank you for your time.
No problem.
Emma, come in. Sit down. Have you spoken to Darren?
No, you said not to.
Yes. Yes. Good. Good. Quite right. Well, I thought you would want to know the situation has been resolved. I put your explanation to Darren as to why those acts might have been done. He listened very carefully. He's thought it over, and now, eventually, agreed that there was nothing romantic or sexual ever happening between them.
Right.
Just so that you know.
Thanks.
All right?
Oh, so can I talk to him now?
What, about this?
Yes.
Better not. Not professional. Bad practice.
But
Something the matter?
no.
Good.
So we all just, like, move on?
Unless there's anything else.
No, that's fine, thank you.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Emma, come in. Sit down. How are you?
I'm fine, and you?
I'm fine. Now, Darren has come to me, and he's told me that you are now having both a romantic and a sexual relationship. Is this true?
Yes, it is. We are.
Right. I wonder if you could outline the history and nature of your relationship for me?
All right. Well, we had dinner once, and at the time, I thought that I only wanted sex from him. However, he was then told that this was all that I wanted, and subsequently, he backed away. But a few nights ago, after work, we went out to the pub, and...
Wellington.
Yes.
Yes.
So Darren's already been over all this with you?
He's told me his side of the story. Yes.
All right. Well, we got very drunk, and we went back to my place where we had sex, and we've been seeing each other for about a week now.
A week?
Yes.
That have waited until now to inform us?
Yes, we decided together.
You decided together to only inform us now, after a week's work?
Yes.
Why?
Well, we wanted to be certain of the definition of the relationship. We didn't want there to be any confusion. We've been monitoring it very carefully, and it's only now that we're able to confidently define the relationship in the terms outlined in the contract.
I see.
So is that all right then, now that I've told you?
How did you find the sex?
I'm sorry?
The sex. How would you describe it? Was it good?
I do not have to tell you that.
It's important for us to know what kind of relationship you're having. A loving relationship with little or no sex creates an entirely different office dynamic than coworkers with a regular and enjoyable sex life. So it is important for us to know how it was.
I don't have to tell you.
No, you don't have to tell me. But if we don't have the facts, we will go on estimates and assumptions. Would you rather I made assumptions?
It was good.
All right. Darren has said excellent. Shall we compromise and say very good?
Sure.
Okay, I'll put that to Darren to confirm. How many times have you had sex this week?
I don't know, 4?
Darren has said 5.
He must just be counting something else that we did.
What?
Something else that we did.
What? Oh. Well, I don't think that counts. I'll put 4. Mention that to Darren as well, that you would say 4, not 5. Do you love him?
Not yet.
Good. Darren said no too.
Right.
And how long do you see this lasting?
What did he say to that?
I'd rather you give me an honest answer. Help us get a truthful picture?
All right, well, I don't know, maybe a year?
Darren said a few weeks.
Oh.
Shall we split the difference? Say 6 months?
Sure.
Okay. That would make it last until mid-October.
Well, it might not last that long.
Just keep me informed. And last thing here, are you thinking about children?
No.
Please, Emma, please be honest with me. Have you ever thought at any point about having a child with him?
I guess I thought about it once.
Right. When?
We were in a park at night and he was sitting on a swing. I just thought he would make a good father.
But when?
2 nights ago at 1 in the morning? What did he say to that?
I'm sorry?
What did he answer to that question?
I can't tell you that.
You told me all the others.
Yes, but it is different with that question. It's a matter of confidentiality.
All right.
All right, so give me a second here. I do have to add them up. Right. Okay, so I do have to confirm this upstairs, but based on what you said and the scores produced by that information, Darren will be relocated to Richmond.
That's miles away.
It's only 13 miles away. Company policy.
All right.
Thank you for telling us, though, Emma, at this stage. It really makes things a lot easier for us.
Well, I had to, didn't I?
Yes, you did have to. But thank you all the same.
So, you're gonna tell Darren today?
Possibly. Well,
Thank you.
thank you. Emma, come in. Sit down, how are you?
fine, thanks.
Good, and Darren?
He's fine too. Thank you for asking.
Good, good. Now, I haven't seen you in a while. How are things at the office?
They're good.
All going well. Good. Now, I guess you have been with us for 8 months now. You'll have your annual review coming up with chance of a promotion and a pay raise.
Yes.
Will you be applying for those?
Yes. Well, I need the money. I'm pregnant.
Yes. So I hear. Congratulations.
You knew?
Yes.
How? I only found out yesterday.
Well, I think you told Sarah this morning after the staff meeting.
And she told you?
Sarah brought it up to me because she guessed correctly that it would be relevant for our staff projections.
But isn't it up to me to tell you?
Well, I assume you'll be wanting to take maternity leave at some point,
Yes.
so you can see how that would affect our staff projections. Is everything all right?
Yes.
Good. What I wanted to talk to you about was next week.
Next week?
Next week is 6 months. The 22nd of October. 6 months since you and Darren informed us of your relationship.
Oh, right.
And you said that it would last 6 months.
Oh,
I just
Well-
want to make sure we're still on track for this because we're very keen to bring Darren back to head office.
you want us to split up?
As you said you would on the 22nd of October.
Well, no, I mean, I'm pregnant.
Right.
It's his baby.
So you're not planning on ending the relationship with Darren next week?
No,
As you said you would.
we were guessing. I mean, things have gone very well.
Right. The thing is, Emma, your position and employment at this company is founded on you being transparent in your dealings with us. I mean, if you told us that you and Darren would end the relationship after 6 months, are you saying this wasn't true?
About 6 months, yes.
Well,
but-
what is it now?
Sorry?
How long will it go on for now?
Well, I'm pregnant, so I hope forever.
Forever.
Yes.
Right. Well, you see, this is the problem, Emma. I mean, this really gums up the works. We based the plans for next year on Darren being back at head office from October onward, but if you and Darren are still having a relationship at that time, then we have a problem.
Sorry?
Right. Right. Okay. No, I'm sorry, but this is a problem, Emma. You know, I think you and Darren need to decide what you want to do, because if things continue the way they are, we're going to have to dismiss you both for professional misconduct and fraud.
What?
Which will leave a blot on your records, no reference, and as I'm sure you can imagine, that would make it very difficult to find alternative employment, the way things are these days.
What?
Jobs like this don't just grow on trees.
I know.
There are hundreds of applicants for every position, Emma.
I know.
So you should talk to Darren about what you want to do. Well, we don't want to lose you, either of you.
Right. Is that all?
Yes. Do come and see me if you have any problems. Sit down. How are things?
They're all right. I spoke with Darren and we've made a decision.
Good.
We've decided to split up. We both want to stay and we don't want to cause the company any problems.
It was what we agreed, wasn't it? I'm very impressed by your and Darren's commitment to standing by this.
Do you need to know what happened when I told him?
No.
We were sitting in the cafeteria at lunch. He was having the lasagna and I was having vegetable curry. I told him what you said and he said that we would have to quit, that he couldn't bear the thought of not being with me. He took my hands and he told me that he would protect me, that we'd live together as a family and make it work somehow. But I kept saying that with the baby coming, we couldn't afford to be out of work. We had to have money. I mean, without money, you can't have any kind of life, can you? He kept saying that he wouldn't agree, but I kept saying that it was for the baby. We had to think of the baby first. Then he started to cry, and I took my hand away, and we just sat there for 5 minutes without saying anything. Then he got up and walked away. And I think that was the decision made. Maybe you didn't need to know any of that, but I wanted to tell you.
I thought that you sat together without saying anything for 10 minutes.
What?
Well, you said 5.
It could have been 10, yes. How would you know?
Oh, well, the whole building is monitored for safety and fair practice at work.
You monitor everything!
Everything relevant, yes. So, just to confirm, it was 10 minutes?
Fine.
Okay. Well, thank you for coming and telling me that. Is there anything else?
No, I just wanted to tell you.
Yes.
But you already knew.
Yes. Thank you. Emma, come in. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
Good, good, good. And, how's, little, Stephen, is it?
He's fine, thank you.
Good, good, good. It's good to have you back after, what, 6 weeks?
It's good to be back.
Good. And everything went well? The, birth? You don't have to tell me. I'm just making conversation.
It all went fine, thank you.
Good. And thank you for informing us of your pregnancy when you did, by the way. Really made life a lot easier for us. And you got your maternity leave.
Yes.
Yes?
Yes.
Full maternity leave.
Thank you.
And I'm terribly sorry the promotion didn't work out.
That's all right. Maybe next time.
Yes. Maybe. How are you managing for money with a son? Just small talk.
It's not easy, but his father gives us some money.
Right. Darren, isn't it?
Yes.
Good. He can afford it too with all his hard work.
Darren sees Stephen every week.
There's nothing happening that you feel you should inform me about?
No. Nothing happens. We don't talk at all, don't worry.
What about when he comes to collect the, Stephen? Sorry? Stephen?
Yes, I suppose I see Darren then.
Right.
But nothing happens. I mean, we just talk for a few minutes.
Are you sure?
Yes. Do you have children? Just small talk.
Right. The thing is, Emma, the company has reviewed your situation with Darren and has concluded that your relationship can still be characterized as partly sexual.
What? It's not. We stopped.
Please, Emma.
You told us to, remember?
Emma, let me finish. You see, the presence of a child produced through sex means this will not change. Darren is the father of your son. As long as this son continues to live, it is the embodiment in the purest sense of a continuing...
Continues to live?
What? Oh, please, no.
What are you saying?
Please, Emma, no hysterics.
What do you want me to do? Kill him? You want me to kill my son to finish the sexual relationship?
No. No, please don't be ridiculous. No, no, we must assume your son will continue to live and to live with you. And that the sexual bond between yourself and Darren will similarly continue. So we're going to relocate Darren.
Again?
No. Is it? All right, relocate him again. This will solve the problem, reduce the risk of any unhelpful social contact in the workplace.
Well, where to?
I'm sorry.
Where are you going to relocate him to?
Winnipeg.
Winnipeg?
Winnipeg.
Where's Winnipeg?
In Manitoba?
Where's Manitoba?
In Canada.
Canada?
Canada, it's just north of...
Oh, I know where Canada is. Well, for how long?
Indefinitely.
But he won't get to see his son.
Yes, that's true. That will help as well.
No, Darren will not agree to this.
Oh, he already has.
Oh.
Short of dismissing you both, which we really didn't want to do, this was the only option. Darren understood that.
But what about Stephen?
Who's Stephen?
My son! Darren's son!
Oh, yes. Yes?
He won't get to see his father growing up.
Well, that's not the company's concern. That's a private matter.
No, it is the company's concern. Because without access to his son, Darren will get depressed and upset, and his work performance may suffer. And I'll have to deal with Stephen missing his father, and that will cause me stress, so my work may be affected as well. So you can see, it really is the company's concern.
Our research doesn't suggest any of that. We don't think it'll be a problem. But, we keep these things monitored, as you know. So if your work performance were to suffer after Darren is relocated,
You might bring him back.
then we may reconsider your suitability for the position. I doubt that'll be a problem. Your sales figures are always excellent, aren't they? As are Darren's. It would be a shame if anything were to affect those.
Is that all you want?
Yes. And as before, I'd be grateful if you didn't talk to Darren about any of this. It won't help anything. It'll just complicate matters.
Can I go now?
Yes. And as always, come back and see me if there's any problems. Emma, come in. How are you?
Better.
We're very sorry. We all are.
Thank you.
Did you, did you receive the complimentary flowers?
Yes.
How was the funeral?
Small.
Just a few relatives.
I wish Darren could have been there.
Yes, well, obviously that's impossible.
Why? Why does it matter? Stephen's dead now.
Who is Stephen?
My son!
Right, yes. Yes, actually, this is actually it, Emma. You see, we're simply desperate to bring Darren back.
Back here?
Yes.
Oh.
We think think the company would benefit from his experience.
Yes.
And you would appreciate having him back again too, wouldn't you, as a colleague?
Yes.
You two always worked well together.
Yes.
But we have a problem, which is this. We have to be seen as consistent, and as long as your and Darren's son is alive, there exists a sexual bond between you which complicates the work environment.
I told you, my son is dead.
Yes, so you say. But you see, that simply isn't enough for our lawyers. We require proof.
Well, I'll bring in the death certificate tomorrow.
Thank you. Thank you. That's very kind, Emma. But I'm afraid legally, because we have to be consistent internationally, and some countries' certificates of death are far less reliable than others, I'm sure you understand. I'm afraid legally that isn't enough. We really require the actual body.
The body?
Yes. So our scientists can check it's the right child, make sure it is indeed deceased, match its DNA against
You have
yours
my
and-
DNA?
Yes. Yeah, all this is just a legal requirement, really.
I buried him. He's in the ground now.
Yes. And I am sorry about that. No one was available to deal with this over the weekend. Is there anything you can do to help us out?
You want me to dig him up?
I'm sure you wouldn't have to do it yourself.
No, I can't do that.
Because we really need Darren back. And I think you do too. To assist with sales, obviously.
Yes.
Do you want to make a few phone calls, see what you can do?
All right.
Great. Let me know how it goes. Emma, come in. What's this?
You wanted to see it.
Ah. Yes, yes. Thank you. Thank you for bringing this. I will pass it along. Now, as it turns out, I'm afraid Darren has decided to stay in Winnipeg.
What?
He said he'd rather not come back here. He said he had nothing to come back for.
What?
Which we really don't agree with. It is a real pain.
But I brought you this, what you said you needed. Why didn't you order him?
Well, we're not the army, Emma. We can't just give out orders.
Well, I can go there then. I mean, now that you have what you want, I can be relocated to Winnipeg.
But we don't need you in Winnipeg, Emma. We need you here. We don't just relocate people for fun.
I don't have anything here. My baby's dead. Do you understand what that means? Do you care?
You have excellent prospects.
No, do you care about me at all?
Care. Yes. We have a duty of care to every employee. I can give you the leaflet if you would like to take a look.
I can't leave this company. As you said, I wouldn't get another job.
No.
Do you care? I dug him up myself. I went there straight last night and I only had a little spade. But I dug all night. I took out his coffin, I brought it here, and I did that for you. It's not my baby now. It's just meat, isn't it? So do what you want with it. I don't want it back. Do you have children?
I don't see how that's relevant, Emma.
Do you bleed? Can I go now?
Yes. Are you all right, Emma? You know, if you wanted to talk to the company psychiatrist.
I'm not Tracy, I'm actually not sure
Not sure. Of what?
that you bleed. I'm going to quit.
All right. Why?
I hate you.
I see. Why?
I don't know who you are. You don't tell me anything about who you are.
I'm your manager.
What's your name? Like, what's even your name?
Why do you want to know my name?
You know my name.
I'm your manager.
So why can't I know your name?
It's not relevant to know my name.
No. What do I call you? That's so important. What do I call
You
you?
don't have to call me anything, Emma.
I don't know anything about you. Do you have children?
Emma.
I bet you're not married.
Emma.
You don't have sex, do you? You just work. But I bet when you go home at night, I bet you're so fucking lonely. Just tell me the truth, won't you?
Emma.
You're so lonely.
Emma, calm down.
I am calm.
Emma, calm down. We're worried about you, Emma. For some reason, losing your baby seems to have affected your judgment.
What do you care?
We have a duty of care to every employee.
Are my sales figures down?
You tap the sides of your computer when you work. You've been touching your hair more often than usual. And your breathing has become deeper.
But are my sales figures down?
And now you're saying you want to quit altogether.
Yes, but are my sales figures down?
It's all out of character. Yes. Your sales figures are down. So, would you like to talk to the company psychiatrist?
No.
Emma, please.
What?
You seem agitated.
I just want to get out. That's all I want to do.
I see.
There is nothing wrong with me.
You said you wanted to quit.
There's nothing wrong with me.
There's no reason for you to quit, is there?
Except that I want to.
It just doesn't make any sense.
But I want to.
Exactly. So you can see why I'm concerned. I suggest you talk to the psychiatrist. As soon as you're well, you can make a decision.
You can't stop me from leaving, right?
No, I can't.
Okay, thank you. Goodbye.
But if you do quit without an agreed resignation, we will sue you for breach of contract.
You'll sue me.
Yes,
You.
the company.
No, you. You're a person. You could just let me go if you wanted to.
This is policy.
No, you're making a decision.
I'm following the policy. You're not well.
Yes, I am.
That's what you think.
How do you know what I think?
We've been monitoring you very closely, Emma.
So, you think that you know me better than I do?
We can see what's wrong.
I know I'm fine.
You're not.
Do I have to see someone?
I think that's best.
What will he do?
help you to get over Darren and the baby. He'll help you not to worry. He'll help you to focus. He'll help you to be a success.
Like you.
Yes. Isn't that what you want?
No!
What else is there? All right then?
Yes.
All right, to see someone? Emma?
Yes.
Good. 6:15 tomorrow after work?
Fine.
Take this with you. Is there anything else?
No.
Great. Emma, come in. Sit down. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
Good. And how are things at work?
They're well.
Tell me.
Well, my sales figures are back to normal after meeting with the doctor. My concentration is far better now. Yes, it's all going very well.
We do have a duty of care to every employee. Everyone gets ill occasionally. It's important that you stay healthy. Do you feel comfortable in the office now?
Yes.
You feel safe?
Yes.
You get along with everyone?
Yes.
No problems? No arguments?
No.
Disagreements?
No.
So you are all friends?
Yes.
So there are no problems?
No. It's all fine.
It's all fine. Would you like to take this opportunity to talk to me about anything else?
No, thank you.
Well, that's all then. Thank you. Emma, played by Abbey. I would also like to thank the team that made this possible. On lights, we had Advait Joshi. The music was arranged and played by Dimitri Gaskin, and the sound cues were by Amanda Joshi.
And a huge thank you to our director, Richa Wadekar.